Hey guys. So today's episode, we're going to focus on our parents that work from home with a baby and my top 3 hints, not hints, basically insights on how to be more how to be more productive and effective based on controlled chaos. You don't have a set schedule. Well, you might think you have a set schedule, but with a newborn, you can't stick to that schedule. So today I'm going to show you how I overcome the frustration of not getting consistent work done, but how do we take care of the low-hanging fruit so we get the most effective work done and more productive. So the first tip to being more effective and productive as a parent is we need to throw out the old paradigm of 3 good hours of consistent work, because you're gonna get interrupted. You're gonna get interrupted a lot. We have found that our cognitive ability to stay focused is around 45 to 48 minutes. How about set an alarm for 40 minutes and work for 40 minutes? And on that 8-minute rest, right? Check on baby, grab a snack, check your Instagram, but give yourself 40 minutes of uninterrupted focused work. And I can guarantee you, knowing that the rest of the day is unplanned, you will be more effective and more productive in that 40 minutes than if you had 4 hours. So when you know you're limited on time and focus, you will become more productive. So that's number 3. Waiting for naps. How many parents out there wait for nap time? You think it's right after feeding, but it doesn't have to be. And now I'm waiting to do work. So instead of stimming on the lack of starting yet or the feeling of overwhelm because things are gonna get backed up, enjoy your time with baby. Because they're gonna nap. Oh yes, they're gonna nap. Are you gonna nap? Not yet. I think it's time. Are you for a nap? So as any parent knows, nap time are more about the reps you put in and consistency, or you just get lucky in the first time they go down. Okay, let's get your room ready. Love these things. We'll see if she stays asleep. Baby is asleep. Now I know you've probably heard of, well, you gotta block time for yourself and let your spouse and kids know that this is work time. My parents did that. Great as that sounds, I'd rather be more present and then fit my work life when they're busy or when they're not home. My second insight or tip for parents who work from home and looking to be a little bit more effective, especially with a newborn. In this season of life, what I do is every day I have one thing. That's it. One thing that I'm looking to accomplish. And man, did that take a lot of time to get over, right? Usually I was proud and of being able to do uber busy, maybe not the most productive person, but super busy. So instead, now that's flipped on its head, right? How can I hit it out of the park and only do one thing? My week is planned. Well, actually, let's backtrack. Top-down view. I plan out my project in 90-day windows, right? 4 quarters a year, 90-day windows. Within those 90 days, you have 3 months. Within those months, you have 4 to 5 weeks. Within those 4 to 5 weeks, you have 5 days. I trickle it all the way down to 3 or 4 big projects I want to complete in 90 days. And then I backtrack and create little benchmarks that I need to accomplish. That brings us to the day-to-day, right? If I can dwindle that big project down to one thing a day, I would have made 20 days of progress, right? 20 days of progress, multiply that by the months, and then eventually within 3 months accomplishing my goal. But the problem is a lot of times, especially when I first started working from home with multiple kids, is I tried to do too much every day and I didn't get anything done. And it just compounded, and I got more frustrated. Things started to drop. My effectiveness and my delivery wasn't as high as I wanted to as far as quality. So how do I take back control of the service that I'm in and providing good quality? Is I need to take plates off of my hands, right? Take things off my plate off my hands. You guys get it. While focusing on one thing a day, I can. Not only that, I feel accomplished and I feel like I'm being productive, because if I did one thing today, then tomorrow I can do another thing. And we're so self-sabotaging. We know that if we're not effective every day, it kind of builds. Like, I'm already behind the ball. And then what happens is we just get more frustrated and we bring that home to our families and our kids. But not only that, our quality of work starts to diminish. So one thing, that's my hint number 2, do one thing. I always take breaks to see if she's crying. So my number one tip for at-home business owners, entrepreneurs, to be more productive and effective in your day is to wake up early. It is 4:30 in the morning. This is when I get up to do my work, because everybody, as you can see, is still asleep. So yeah, there you have it. My top 3 insights on how to be more productive and effective as a stay-at-home parent. Just kind of rehash number 3, work in smaller batch times, right? 30 to 45 minutes, including some mental rest in there so that within the hour you get something done. Number 2, pick one thing to accomplish a day. Stop trying to balance so many plates, right? You got kids, you got family. Focus on one thing. Be productive, be consistent, and celebrate that win, because that will create momentum going into the next day. And last but not least, wake up early, right? One way you can avoid the constant break in focus is to do work when there is no interruptions. So I know a lot of you guys are thinking, well, can I work late at night? Me being in the health and fitness industry, I would not recommend it. And the main reason is your circadian rhythm and your sleep and your recovery is way more important than the night owl 3 extra hours of work you get done. Instead, go to sleep early, 9:30, 10 p.m., wake up 4:35 a.m. and get a good 2 to 3 hours of work in before anyone wakes up. So especially if you need that uninterrupted work, get 2 to 3 hours of work in on that one thing a day. And the great thing is the rest of the day, when you are hanging out with your kid, you can be present. When you are hanging out with your family, you can be present. But if you need to do work, you already know that you got 90% of it done in the morning. That's the best thing about waking up in the morning. And if in the past you had trouble going to bed, wake up early consistently. I guarantee you'll fall asleep at night. Okay, guys, that's my top 3 things to be more productive and effective as a at-home business owner, parent, entrepreneur, whatever title you want to put on it. Even if you're just a parent at home trying to be more productive at your daily chores, daily work, stuff that you want to get done, projects. Hopefully these 3 things help out. Thanks for the follow, guys. I know this is a break from the workouts, but I got a lot more content coming that just has to do with becoming a resilient parent, right? And that's my 3 hints to become more resilient. For me to be able to bounce back from stress, I need to know that I'm productive at work, right? And these are my 3 kind of life hacks. Okay, until the next one.